Hi, how's everybody doing? Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh, it is what time? Jesus. Oh, it's about 2 o'clock on a Friday. I have to look at my calendar because all the days run together when you're at home. 2 o'clock on Friday the 20th, yes. Let's see how many people took my advice a couple of days ago and moved over to my Jerry Speak page, my business page, to watch my live videos. Um, every day this week, I've been so disciplined. I've gone live every single day this week under my new title. I started it on Tuesday under my new title, Purpose Positivity. So I appreciate everybody that is watching. I see one person jumped on. It doesn't show me who it is, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Just checking to see. Thank you for watching. I don't know who you are. Checking to see how many people took my advice and moved over from my personal page to my Jerry Speak business page, where I'm going to be doing my purpose positivity. Try to do it on a daily basis. That something may happen and I don't come on, but it is my intention to do it every day for a while until I'm told to do something different from the higher up. So this week we've been talking about a number of things. We talked about reaching out to family and friends and colleagues to see how they're doing, reaching out by phone. I don't forget what we talked about on Tuesday. Lord, the days go by so fast. I don't remember. But anyway, of course, with the new situation that we have and the new crisis, that it is impossible to continue the same routines that we have had in our lives. I mean, people get up at a certain time in the morning, they do certain things in the morning, then they head out to go to work. That is no longer true for a lot of people. Now we have people who are working from home, so that's a totally different routine. I was reading something on LinkedIn today that sparked this conversation for me. They was talking about how to set up some type of routine in your house. The fact that you are working from home now, how to separate a work versus family home balance, But a lot of those things I was already doing. But of course, the routine has changed for me too, even though I am home-based anyway, even though I had a part-time job at Chick-fil-A, and they have gone to drive-through only, so you don't need as many people to do the drive-through. The dining hall is closed down completely. So with that being said, I only worked 15 hours a week, but it made a difference to me because at least I get out of the house 3 days a week. So my routine has changed as well. So we all have to be careful that we don't get caught in a rut where we just become couch potatoes. So like I said, it's going to be impossible to keep the same routine that you've had before. So I came up with a couple of things that went through my mind today that I want to share with you. And the first thing I want to share is you need to create a new routine based on your current situation. Like I said, for me, I had a routine that involved going to a part-time job. Didn't have to be there till 11 o'clock, got off at 4. So 3 days a week, that's what I did. The rest of the days, I was able to keep a certain routine also. So normally for me, there was no noise in my house in the morning. There was nothing except the inspirational music that I listen to as I do my meditation and my prayer and my devotional in the morning. There was no TV. There was no devices that were turned on before 11 o'clock a.m. I mean, I would check my emails. I would check my social media, but nothing was turned on. I didn't get any interruptions before 11 o'clock a.m. Well, this is not a new routine for me, but I did something yesterday that I don't think I've ever done, probably in the last 10 years. I don't remember doing it in a while anyway. Yesterday, when I woke up, I turned over in bed and I watched Kelly and Ryan. I never watched TV in the daytime. Never. The earliest I used to ever watch TV for the last 4 years was at 3 or 4 o'clock in the evening. Now, recently in the last year or so, I've gotten down to the point where I only watch TV at night. I didn't even watch the news or anything. So that has changed. During the day now, I catch a little bit of the press conferences if I hear about it from somebody on Facebook. And then I turn my TV on and I catch some of the press conferences. But as a rule, I still don't watch a lot of TV during the day, not regular TV. I do have to be careful, though, about my new normal because it is so easy for me to get caught up and start watching Netflix and just chill all day long. But I've been very good. I set a time for how much Netflix I'm going to watch during the day. Nighttime is different. And also, I decide when I'm going to turn on the news, which is at 6 o'clock in the evening. Now, I'm trying to keep up with the news better other than Facebook, because a lot of the stuff on Facebook is not the true truth of what's happening. So that's one of the things that I did. I turned over in bed and I watched Kelly and Ryan, and it was a good program yesterday. Matter of fact, I missed it this morning. I meant to watch it again this morning because Tyler Perry was on there. But anyway, like I said, it's so easy to get caught up, but I'm so used to not watching TV, so the thought didn't even cross my mind. That's one thing that you can do. Create a new routine based on your new circumstances. The second thing that I thought about that you could do, be creative with your meals. Yes. I mean, I've always been creative with my meals, but like I chop up my chicken. I get chicken that's already baked from the store. I get the 8 pieces. I eat the pieces that I want, and the ones that I'm not really crazy about, the short legs, the thighs, or whatever you call them, and the breasts, I usually chop them up and I save them. I freeze them. And so for me, this is a normal thing, but I'm more in tune to it now. It's like you can chop your chicken up because your chicken can be used for chicken salad. It can be used for chicken Alfredo. It can be used for broccoli and chicken casserole. I mean, you can just use it so many different ways. You can even take a can of cream of chicken soup and throw some chicken in there. I did that one day, probably a couple of months ago when I was looking for something to eat. And I didn't I didn't have a recipe that I could make. I didn't have all the ingredients to the recipe that I normally make for my chicken and broccoli. And so when I looked in my cabinet at my cans of soup, because I was looking for cream of celery soup to go with the broccoli and the chicken, but I didn't have everything I needed. And I saw the cream of chicken soup. So I took that chopped chicken and I threw it in with my can of cream of chicken soup. And it made for a good meal for 2 days. Yes. So think about that. Also, decide what you're going to eat at each meal. I normally do that anyway. It's like these are things that I always do anyway. But now I'm looking at portion size. And that's going to keep us from experiencing gluttony, being greedy, overeating, all of those things. This is a time where we're going to take better care of our bodies. We might even lose some weight. Some of us may need to do that and some of us may not. But in the process of deciding what you are going to eat and making sure that you do portion sizes, because now we are stretching our food. At least I hope we are. I am. So today when I wrote down what I was going to eat for breakfast and what I was going to eat for lunch and dinner, I looked at what I had in my refrigerator and I looked at what's going to expire first, what's already cooked that need to be eaten. And I made my breakfast and my lunch and dinner meal plan based on what's in my refrigerator that need to be eaten up first. So, it's like you're rethinking the way you used to do things, and that's okay. Decide also on what snacks you're going to have. It's like they were talking about on LinkedIn this morning how it's easy to sit down and eat a bag of chips. Rather than doing that, you should proportion it out. Put it in little Ziploc bags or something. So today I had a bag of chips that was almost gone. So I portioned it out so that I wouldn't eat the whole bag when I sit down to watch TV. So that's another thing that you can do. And also decide on what time you're going to have your snacks. Don't just grab a snack every time you feel yourself like, well, I don't have nothing to do, so I'll just eat. It is so easy to just munch and munch and munch because you have nothing else to do. Decide on what times you're going to have your snacks. I wrote down the snack that I'm going to have today. And unfortunately, it's not going to happen until later on tonight because I could very easily eat 5 or 6 cookies, in the morning after breakfast. And then at lunchtime, I could easily eat, my peach cobbler. And then before you know it, before I go to bed at night, I'm eating something else. It all adds up. So I wrote my snack down, and it's going to happen after I have dinner later on tonight while I'm watching TV. I have decided what my snack is going to be while I'm watching TV. Instead of allowing myself to get lost in the television, and then all of a sudden I'm just putting, they're shoveling food in my mouth because I'm sitting there. So make a plan. I had another thought, and I forgot it that quick. I should have said it when I was thinking about it. That was a third thing that I didn't write down. I don't remember what it was. I'll think of it after I finish this video. I really, really will. I'll think of it after I finish this video. But anyway, those are the things that I wanted to share with you. So I thank you for watching, and I will talk to you tomorrow on my next video. Bye now.